Got Hilton Scott Talks. Doing a little walk around on top of the world neighborhood. Got a car coming. Always walk facing traffic. Truck. Everybody's working on something. Listening to my Harry Potter audio with a full cast recording. Hugh Laurie is playing Dumbledore. And the girl playing Hermione will be playing Hermione in the HBO Max series. So that's cool. She's going to be Hermione in the first 3 books, and then they'll have older actress playing her for the next few books. Doing nice walk. Had a Christmas flag up. That's neat. Can't magnify it. Got a doggy on it. This is the circle for a world tour adventure. This is the office house. I'm sure it'll be converted into a real house. And all this will have probably 2 more houses. Or maybe this will be a big corner. Who knows? Eventually, when this ceases to become a world tour area for people visiting and getting toured around, they've got bikes and golf carts in there, pickleball paddles in there for people to try out pickleball at the courts. Here at Weybourne Landing on top of the world neighborhood. Get a feel for what's on top of the world. What's it like? See if you want to move here instead of the villages. I liked it over the villages. Villages are so spread out. My wife's uncle had been at the villages and they were just, they were nice. I like, especially the Spanish area. Very nice, the first area. And that's where he was at. But my wife just hated going to see him with the roundabouts. She said, I went through 20 roundabouts to get to his house. So a little suggestion, if you move to the villages, be a mile or 2 from the real world. You know, just a mile or 2. Be able to get to real world stores, not just the squares, the neighborhood areas that have all the nice shops. That's nice. And you want to get there by golf cart. You want to be at golf cart accessible to the real world too. If you have, you have a Walmart, Target, something like that nearby, a Starbucks, a Dunkin, grocery store, Publix, Walmart Marketplace, Aldi, something in the real world that you could go to on your golf cart one day when you get a little older. We're still probably 5 years from the golf cart. We'll see. And when you move, you need a chair and a table in the middle. Everyone's got one. It's a requirement, I'm sure, at the villages and here on top of the world, it seems to be. Right? And a lanai. Here's the lanai on the back of the house. It's basically a screened porch. So you can go outside and enjoy the weather when it's cooler out or nicer out. And it's got an overhang. So the roof overhangs to give you a shadow at the right time of year, depending on whether you're facing north, south, east, or west. You calculate that. So this is the east sun coming up. And see, they're still cut off from the sun, little light. They're in the shadow there. They could be sitting out watching what's going on. Cool, right? So on top of the world, the villages, 55 plus community in general. If that's what you're looking for fewer kids. I mean, there are laws in the books that say they can't just restrict you to 55 plus, sort of. Here's another one. But, they basically say somebody in the family has to be 55 plus. Somebody. There's another one. It's the law, right? Gotta have it. There's another one. That's number 11. If you're number 12 here, got a satellite. I guess they got satellite TV. Gave them some kind of cable. See, they got rid of cable here in our section of on top of the world. They have internet and Wi-Fi, which we're fine with the cheapest version. There it is. It works fine. We have, our basic streaming services. So It's no big deal. We don't need cable anymore. Cable's archaic. I like a pause button. Whatever I'm watching, I can pause and check it out the next day. I can fall asleep. Watching a new show on Apple TV Plus, Flurbious, which is getting a lot of buzz. Created by the guy that did Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Yeah, that guy called and Apple went, yeah, if you whatever you want to create. And it's an odd show, kind of an alien invasion without the aliens. And it's very different. And we just watched a Twilight Zone episode because I was watching John Capria podcast, and I think his name's Mark Burnett, the guy. He's pretty much a geek out expert on everything. And he said a lot of people are comparing it to Twilight Zone's first season, episode 9 or 14 or something, Third Rock from the Sun. And we watched that just this morning, just to kind of get a feel for the difference. And it's different. It's not the same thing, but it's still a twist. And I was like, and they had that Twilight Zone twist at the very end. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah. So is it inspired by that? He probably got the idea from that. He even named the girl in the show the same as the last name of the main character in the episode. Sturgis, I believe it is. And there was the guy that's like Carlin or something like that. You're not sure who he is. You're just kind of like, he's going to mess up their plans, and he knows what's going on. He knows too much. And his name was like Carlin or something like that. And the main character is Carol Sturgis. So, inspiration from the show. He probably watched it and then put his own twist on it to make it different. But a lot of people, there's buzz all over the place with this show. And we watch it and it's like, it's different. You're like leaning in like, what's going on? I don't get it. And then you start getting it, and then they throw you another curveball. And then something else happens, and you're like, you know, in your mouth, you're watching something in your mouth goes, and you lean in a little bit to see what? That's the kind of show it is. It's just kind of, you're watching and you're getting engaged in it, and you're like, what is going on with this weird show? And you're like, when's the next one? Right? You're like, when's the next one? This is so strange and so different. And a lot of people compare it to Severance. And I'm just like, and we're one episode behind because they released 2 episodes the first Friday. And so we always watch like one. And then we were watching, what's it called? It's kind of like Con Air in Alaska. The movie Con Air where all the cons crash the airplane, but this time it's in Alaska. So we've been watching that. Last Frontier, I think it is. And we finished Invasion. And got another season of Monarch coming. We just saw trailers for that. A lot of stuff on Apple TV Plus. I love it. Service, great service. But yeah, just more walking. There's a nice wicker chairs and table, even a bonus table. All right. Look like a bonus table. Oh, they're going to get arrested. They don't have a little table. No table. See, gotta have a table. Just walking and walking. It's good for you. Get out and walk. Some of my videos, you see me riding my bike. Going to make an excuse to go to the store. Ordered some panniers for the other bike. I had the milk crate on the back of the Townie bike. I got 2 bikes. And the Townie was my first intro. I had an old crappy bike that I broke in and tried it out and see if I like it. And rode it for a while. Got in better shape. And got to a point where I wanted to go look at some newer bikes. But I like the idea of the step-through design as opposed to a bar over the top because I'm getting older and balance is not key in my life. And getting a foot over that high bar The trick is to just tilt the bike down. You know, it's up like this, you just tilt it down and step over. Duh. Okay. But I still didn't want the bar there. So I got the step through on that one, and then the Verve 2 at Trek. I got the Townie first, like good enough, liked it, put the milk crate on the rack, and it did a good job of shopping. But I got a pannier, and I finally added it to the Verve 2 when I got that bike. And that one has a slightly down slanted bar. So it's not all the way across. It's not horizontal. It's got a slant to it. So if I kind of leap off the seat, I'm not going to hit the bar and sing soprano. So there's that. But yeah, this is nice. I mean, if you're going to live at the villages, live near the real world so you can get places and your golf cart. And in the villages, it's more popular to have a golf car, which is gas fed, so you can go further because there's more trails and further distances to go to than to have the electric. But if you get the electric, you get the big battery, so you can go further. And probably bring an emergency charging cord with you or something. I don't know. But you can always buy another cord and stash it in your little thing in the back, or have a little case or bag or something. But yeah, we're gonna eventually do the golf cart thing probably. But my wife's working. She's still got several years to go. As long as she can keep up. Hey, Spider. Oh, Misty. Things you see when you're walking. Wait, there's something going on here. Yeah, there's a table and chair. The bushes were covering it up. I couldn't see it. Nice. It's the law. There's a lanai on the back. See the screened in area? How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. Get all trimmed up.
Yeah, I have to.
Take a break.
I have to. Not a break.
There you go. And the other good thing is if you have to do your own yard, if you're in one of those neighborhoods, different neighborhoods have different things. Some, they paint the house for you, they replace the roof. You know, you pay more for HOA, but they cut the grass and keep things trimmed. You know, it's up to you if you want to do a little bit more on top of that, you know, to keep your own little section good, or you can do your own yard. And everyone in my neighborhood was like, get an Ego, go to Lowe's, it's down the street, go to Lowe's and get the Ego lawnmower electric. They're great. And so that's what I did. And it's been great. It fires right up. I remember the days of pulling on that damn gas powered lawnmower, trying to get it started. I just push a button and pull a lever and Ego starts right up. And I'm like, jeez, this is great. So, highly recommend them. They're easy until the day you get someone to mow for you. Yeah. That would be the deal. And this guy does the major Christmas. That's cool. That way I don't have to, right? Glad someone does. All righty. Every once in a while, people have the rocks. We like the rock look. We almost got it. Almost did it. Maybe if we ever redo it, we'll go with rocks. Maybe a tan and white stone. It looks nice. And some people coat their driveways and get it with this coating with this gritty stuff on it, so it's less slippery. You don't want to paint because paint gets slippery when it rains. And this guy had the paint, but now it's the gritty stuff. Nice. Well, I'm at the mailbox, so we'll talk again and walk again and talk about the villages and on top of the world. Either one's a good choice. You know, it's a 55 plus community with lots of activities. Both of them do. The villages is bigger. Villages has more activities, I'm sure, and bigger people coming to entertain. I've seen them in their square with the people, the bands, and everyone's there having a good time. Great, you know, we have our little entertainment. It comes and goes to the square. We have a little Circle Square Mall, Square area, Commons, Circle Square Commons area that has the little band. And sometimes they bring in a big stage, and sometimes they use a little pavilion thing, the little overhang, whatever it's called. So check on those, check on both of them. And Stone Creek's up the street from us, and it's a good place too. So like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.